Hey everyone, and welcome to Raider Report, the sports talk show by the students, with the students, and for the students. We had a bit of an update while we were gone, and that means a better show. With me today is our lovely moderator, Bailey Hebert, my bro and co-host, GP Osa, and of course, I'm Spencer Grzywacz. Honestly though, we're just here for extra credit, but this is Raider Report.
Welcome back. To start us off, we're going to go over what we've missed over break. Start with you, Spencer.
All right, so it turns out wardrobe has a direct correlation to teams winning. To quote an LSU fan, "We do football good, go Tigers." Dabo Swinney dabbed his last dab, and it turns out there is a school worse than Tech at keeping QBs. Green Bay once again pulled off a miracle, then immediately lost. The Steelers are still dirty. The Bengals still lost in the playoffs, but A.J. McCarron is still winning. Once again, nobody watched the Pro Bowl. Cam Newton and Steph Curry each took their games to new heights, while their bromance beat out Beyonce and Jay-Z for best couple. All right, GP, let's see if you can top that.
I got you, Spencer. We're not talking about your Instagram or your ex-boyfriend. We're talking about this day in sports history. For hashtag Throwback Thursday, in 2007 Super Bowl, the Indianapolis Colts beat the Chicago Bears 29-17, and Peyton Manning was the MVP. In 1992, at a special ceremony in Boston Garden, Larry Bird's jersey was retired by the Celtics. And in 1932, the Winter Olympics were held in the U.S. for the first time in Lake Placid, New York. And that, my friends, is Throwback Thursday.
So that was pretty good, but I think we were supposed to be talking about what happened over the past break, over Christmas break. But I know a lot of Broncos fans out there wish that we still had 2007 Peyton Manning as opposed to 2016 Peyton Manning, which we'll see how he does. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show, how he does.
Do you think?
But,
do you think?
You know.
I don't know about you guys. I was stuck on the bromance that we were talking about. Sorry, guys.
That's what his new song is
That's
about.
Drake. We didn't even mention. That's Drake.
We're talking about Drake and Steph Curry. They had a bromance? No?
Right.
You want to talk about it? Okay. Well, that's what I was focused on. Well, anyways, when we come back, we've got the boys talking all things Super Bowl, Cam Newton, defense, and a whole more. Stick around. Welcome back, everyone. This one's debate is a special Super Bowl edition, and our first topic is Cam versus Peyton, a seasoned legendary quarterback versus NFL's new Superman. Spencer, how do you feel?
Okay, well, first off, I would like to let it be known how much respect I have for Cam Newton. Okay, so before people jump down my back about the future MVP of this season, okay, I want to put that out there. I've been a big Cam Newton fan since day one, but this is a big game. Obviously, it's the biggest game in all of professional sports. The Super Bowl is the biggest stage. There is no bigger stage to play on. And when it comes to that, I've got to go with the veteran. And that would be Peyton Manning. I don't care if his arm is blown out. He is still the best offensive coordinator in the game, coaching or player. He just happens to be able to run the entire field. So I would absolutely, in this game, I'm going to take the veteran over Cam Newton. I'm not saying Cam Newton can't play and he can't dictate the entire game because he is the Carolina Panthers. But that's the plus that Peyton Manning has, is he doesn't have to be great for Denver to win. Whereas Cam Newton has to be great for Carolina to win.
Okay, you done? You done? All right.
For now.
I got to, shout out to my man Cams. All right, 1 second. So far, we all know Cam. He's been the dude since college. He's been sensational. And I don't know why he's picking the veteran. First of all, he's dusty.
I just told you.
He's dusty.
Sorry.
He's old. He's slow. He can pass out the pocket. Yes. I'm gonna say what Spencer said. He's the GOAT, an old GOAT, but still a GOAT. Billy GOAT, with whatever. I'm not gonna deny that.
Hey, don't talk about his forehead like that. All right, come on.
Forehead. Okay, this is not sports related, but his forehead is so wide. Like you could put a football right there and you'd still see his face. But I mean, I digress. But Cam Newton is all around, in my opinion, the guy to go to. He's a pocket passer. He can rush out the pocket. He's a dual threat. He's a dual threat QB, and I just don't see. He stacks up. But yes, he may not be as seasoned as as Peyton Manning, but he still has. He's young. He's ambitious, and that's what all you need in the league. I mean, that's what I think. And for you to take him, it's insulting.
So let me drop some knowledge on you, okay? Because
All right.
I have some stats. I did some preparation for this, okay?
That's a first. I had to do it.
Wow.
So
You gonna take that?
my stats will talk for themselves. I don't need to stoop to such low levels to win an argument, okay? So versus New England, he went 17 of 32 for 176 yards, 2 touchdowns, and posted a 90.1 total QBR, okay? So you can look at that and tell me he's done, and I'm going to look at that and tell you the dude still got it in him. That was Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, okay, who, oh, by the way, reigning Super Bowl champs from last year,
Okay.
who he just took down. And honestly, he made it look pretty easy. As opposed to the end of the game and a botched 2-point conversion, Denver controlled the entire game.
But they're gonna. Carolina Panthers are going to be going to. I mean, look. Let me reword that. The Denver Broncos are going to be going against the Carolina Panthers defense. Now,
You act like they haven't played a good defense before.
they have.
Peyton Manning, I guarantee you, if anybody's going to find a weakness in the Carolina defense, it'll be Peyton Manning. That's what he does. He studies tape, and then he picks apart, he finds the weakness in the defense.
I can say the same thing about Cam Newton. Cam Newton not only can.
You enjoying the Super Bowl party we're throwing?
Y'all are just talking, saying a lot of nothing.
All right.
I agree with GP. For the record, it wasn't Peyton who took down the Patriots. It was their defense. Sorry.
Von Miller is a beast. D. Ware is a beast. Peyton Manning is just
I'm
an
going to
old
quote
man.
you on that for a later segment in the show, all right?
All right.
Well, y'all done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Sorry, I'm trying to wrap my chip up, but
I can
y'all
tell.
good?
I hope it was good, too.
It was actually. Y'all should get some later. Well, anyway. Sorry, guys. About these defenses, Broncos are ranked first overall, but the Panthers have been known to create those turnovers when they're important. GP, how do you feel about that?
I feel good about that. And I'm not too worried. It's a ranking as usual. Doesn't define a team.
A lot of
at all.
people look at rankings to decide who's the best in certain
the best.
categories, but no big deal.
Okay.
Excuse you, GP.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But like as I was saying, I mean, yes, I will admit they do have Panthers do have a formidable defense, and another thing they can stop the run. Let's say if they hold down Jonathan Stewart. But another thing is if they hold down Jonathan Stewart, Cam Newton, he's a dual threat QB, so he can hop out the pocket, no issues there. I really. Even though their defense is better in the rankings, I like to stay optimistic.
Spencer,
All
how
right.
do you feel?
I have more stats for you,
Okay.
GP, okay? You can huff and all you want, all right? But stats tell the story, all right?
They
If
do,
we
I
wouldn't keep
agree.
stats if they weren't important, okay? 199 passing yards per game is what the Broncos give up. They've given up 19 touchdowns through the air. They've intercepted 14 passes. And they've sacked the quarterback 52 times. Now, I'm going to key in on that, okay, because the Panthers have only sacked their quarterback, the opposing quarterback, 44 times. That's big, especially going up against Cam Newton. The issue is going to be bringing down Cam Newton, okay, because Cam Newton obviously is a big dude,
Big
okay?
guy.
He's big,
Beast.
strong, fast.
Superman.
He is Superman,
Super
Super
Cam.
Cam, whatever you want to call him. But the point is, DeMarcus Ware is going to go get after Cam Newton. That is the sole reason Denver brought in DeMarcus Ware, who played like a madman against Tom Brady. He had Tom Brady scared for his life in the pocket, which you don't see out of one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Tom Brady can't leave the pocket. This man has like a 6-second 40. This man cannot leave.
A 6-second.
Okay, D Ware is not. D Ware, he's gonna get after Cam, but I'm telling you, when Cam put them brakes on, no, it's over.
Them breaks
Them
on.
breaks on.
I'm breaking
The
ankles.
brakes.
Sorry. Let me elaborate. He's gonna shake them. I just feel like again, with that. The Denver Broncos, they haven't really seen a quarterback like Cam. Cam is kind of his own thing. Yes, they've seen dual threat QBs, but as we've seen when they played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, didn't do too well.
That was 2 years ago.
Against Russell Wilson.
That's a long time. A lot of things have
long
happened
time,
since then.
but your stats.
DeMarcus Ware's
your
new
stats
since
are
then.
over a long time. I'm so sorry.
My stats are from this past season.
Past season, which is forever ago, right? Oh wait, no, it's the season.
That's what we're going over now,
A
GP.
lot can happen in the season.
I'm just mocking you.
Listen, I'm not saying that the Broncos are going to come out this game with a win, but if you're comparing defense, which the question was, am I right? If you're comparing defense to defense, the Broncos have the better defense. The Panthers create turnovers. The Panthers have the turnover margin is the one stat that they have one category that they have the better stat in compared to the Broncos. But other than that, the Broncos dominate. And the Broncos dominated the entire NFL and the rest of the categories for defense. So if you want to compare defenses, the Broncos absolutely have the upper edge.
Okay, yeah, you do bring a lot of.
I do think that the Broncos defense has stepped up, especially in the last couple games, coming up, leading into the Super Bowl and everything. That's always a good point and, go on a good note. But for the record, they kind of do. But for the record,
not everybody in this studio apparently agrees with me.
No, not everyone.
Cam fans.
A lot
One,
of people in the
Cam
world
Newton's
don't
good
agree
looking.
with you.
Two, I mean,
Hey,
as you can see,
y'all are sleeping on my boy Peyton.
I think he's sleep on himself.
As you can see, there are two
good.
fine black men on this studio right now. So
Wow.
minds think alike. I don't know what it is, but
You're
I just
right.
have a feeling.
There are a couple.
Oh!
Just saying. Sorry.
Bailey, you're my new favorite person. Oh my goodness, that was perfect.
I'm always here to bring facts, just like you, bringing statistics and stuff.
Bringing stats.
Just trying to bring those stats. But for the record, Cam Newton, he did have like a little breakout season this season. He has been going pretty strong, and I feel like that's going to
Listen, Cam is
funnel
going
in.
to win the MVP this season. There's no doubt about that in my mind.
Okay.
Peyton Manning said that. Peyton Manning quoted that the other day that Cam Newton's going to win the MVP. That's not the discussion, though. The discussion is if the Broncos defense can keep him in check. Because
They won't be able
Cam
to. They
Newton was
won't.
going to win the MVP for the entire season, but it's one game. It's not an entire season he has to play. It's one game right now that matters.
They can't. I don't think they're going. I don't think they're going to be able to contain them because for the past. Like I said before, he's a quarterback of his own. He's Russell Wilson. He's a dual threat QB, and we do have a few of those in the league. But Cam is a big guy, so he's not afraid to take hits. He's like Big Ben, but only he's fast. So Big Ben running like a 4.3. So that's scary. That's very scary. So I don't think I really feel like they don't know what they're getting themselves into. So we'll see what happens Sunday. But hey, that's just me.
We will.
All right.
It's going to be a very interesting game, guys. Well, as much as I love to hear y'all fight, we do have to go to a break. When we come back, our good friend Grayson will be here to tell us exactly what's bugging him this week, as well as the boys' picks for the Super Bowl 50. See you in a minute. Welcome back. As you can see, we're now joined by Grayson, and he's going to tell us about just what's grinding his gears this week. Grayson, what's up?
Hello, viewers. This section of our programming is brought to you by AutoZone, the place to go when your gears are grinding. Here's the spiel, McNeil. We all know him, love him, or hate him. We all have become well acquainted with Johnny Manziel. We have TMZ Sports to thank for that. Media has become more obsessed with Johnny Manziel than Spencer is with his hair.
Just look at that.
His situation has gotten so outrageous to the point where Fort Worth police recently dispatched a helicopter, the Manziel-copter, to locate the young quarterback after his girlfriend expressed concern for his safety. When my boo and I fight, I just go play Xbox. Doesn't take a search party. Chris Christie, a politician who happens to be a fan of the Cowboys, has said that he is not at all with the idea of Johnny in Dallas as a Cowboy. Christie even said that he would start going to CrossFit and fire Paula Deen as his personal chef if Johnny came to Dallas. Christie continued, DJ Khaled might need a new chef. I'm giving Chef D a call. But for all the bad publicity and old white guys he pisses off, there's a glimmer of hope. Think back to Cam Newton's college career and early years in the NFL. What did they say about the immature kid that stole a laptop, was suspected of violating NCAA rules, and celebrated too much? Well, what do they say now? Consummate professional, positive energy, great leader and motivator, plays well with emotion. While Johnny has a longer way to go in proving that he's a professional, he just needs a break from the BS. If he can stop getting in altercations with his girlfriend and start drinking in the privacy of his own home, he has the talent and football IQ to be the next Steve Young. And while some might say he's a bad role model and should be suspended from the NFL, I have this to say to you. Football is a game. These guys aren't role models. They're just good at a sport. If you don't want your kid to look up to these guys, then be a parent and instill in them that they shouldn't. And Johnny, stop being a boy and start being a man. A Manziel. Sorry. I'm the Grizz, and that's how... I'm Grayson, and that's what grinds my gears.
Hey, first off, you cannot take my line. Honestly,
I wrote that for you.
I'm a GP on this.
Wow.
That deserves a full clap.
Wow.
As
That was
outrageous
wild.
of comment that was about my hair, there's actually kind of an underlying message in there that I think actually might have reached our viewers. So good job, Grayson.
I like that.
I loved it a lot.
It's
It was-
time for you to go, though. Let's go.
Oh my
Wait.
goodness.
We got a show to do.
I want my chips.
Let's go. Let's scoot him on over.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
why we
right.
don't feed the man.
Thank you, Grayson. Thank you so much. That was so kind of you.
You know, on a little bit more of a serious note about that, I actually am Team Johnny.
Really?
As a Cowboys fan, I am Team Johnny.
Team Johnny.
Yeah.
No, sir. RG3. No matter how many ligaments he's torn, I still like him.
Well, here's my thing about Johnny though. I mean, as a Cowboys fan, I can understand why people don't want him to come to Dallas because of what you see in the media and everything. But I mean, what do you expect out of a backup quarterback? You know, I'm gonna make a little bit of a BMS, Blue Mountain State reference for those of you
Okay.
out there,
Let's
but
hear this.
that watched that show. But the backup quarterback is the greatest position in sports. You have, especially for the Dallas Cowboys, the greatest team in sports, the richest franchise. Okay, you're the backup quarterback, so you are a quarterback. Okay, he has had, I guess at this point, a gorgeous girlfriend. Okay, he has no responsibility, but plays with a star on the side of his helmet. Okay, and all we need him to do is come in when Tony Romo gets hurt, which, God willing, we have Cowboys have the best offensive line in the NFL. He doesn't get hurt next season. But that's all you need him to do. It's not like you're expecting him to take over the franchise and have the keys to the franchise coming up.
I mean, that's the whole point of having a backup QB, because the potential of him being, and especially Tony Romo's health, let's be honest, he only has 2-3 years left.
At most, yeah.
At most. So if we do have him at that spot, he's going to take over. And what he does with it, I don't like it. I mean, you've seen him. We might have to look for someone else. And I think if we use RG3, we won't have to worry about getting a helicopter to find him. So
I don't know. I think that's a misleading line, though, too, because the helicopter was really for his safety, was for his protection. They didn't know. Nobody could locate
man's
him.
grown.
Nobody
He's
could locate.
grown.
He's little, but he's grown.
He just has a big.
grown.
I don't know. He's just one of those kids. He's just.
Listen, that's an autocorrect. It's almost like an autocorrect feature that life has on people. Okay, when you're young, you're dumb. You're young and dumb. You do stupid stuff. You go out. You party. You drink. Okay, not condoning drinking, but underage drinking. But it's an autocorrect that life has on you. You mature as you get older. Okay, there's no. It is what it is. Life will automatically correct that out of you. For most people, especially in the position that he's in, where if he doesn't get his act together, then he's not going to play professional football anymore. So
Okay, yeah. Another bit by
Thank
the
you,
philosopher Spencer. Thank you.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you, GP. Thank you, GP. Thank you, Spencer. Thank you, Grayson, for all your wonderful insight. But thank you so much. But by the way, just a quick little statement. That little, I guess, a simile that you said when you said it's like an autocorrect of life, that was beautiful.
Thank
It
you.
was touching.
You
I like
smart.
that. I really do. I like that.
You
You
smart.
smart. You are. Well, anyways, to get on with everything and Spencer's smartness. With the Super Bowl coming up, most people are looking forward to the game. But I know that everyone else, like me, Cowboys fans, you're so sad that the Cowboys didn't make it. So you're just looking forward to the commercials. So now I'm going to talk about some commercials and halftime shows. We all know that we're looking forward to the Budweiser commercials. I mean, those are always the infamous commercials. The one last year with the horses and the puppy was so adorable. I know you cried. I know you shed a tear. It was real cute.
I agree. I think that a lot of people just watch the Super Bowl simply for the advertisements, for the commercials.
Yeah.
Because they are interesting, and it is what it is. But my favorite, we were talking about this before we came on air. My favorite Super Bowl commercial was the one with the little baby who has like the deep voice, and he's got the phone, and he's like, I'm just a man in his thoughts and a smartphone.
Now
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
My favorite one, I can't wait, is the one with the draft where it's like all the animals and it's like it's an avocado commercial and it has like the polar bear with a sombrero with the 21st draft. It's the avocado, and I thought that was hilarious.
I get that.
And they're doing another one, so I'm just.
Yeah, my favorite it was a few years ago though. It was a Doritos commercial, and there was the little kid and his mom.
Yes.
She was going on a date. He was like, "Don't touch my mama, don't touch my Doritos." That was hilarious. I'm looking forward to Doritos commercials, more Coca-Cola commercials, and everything like that. So that's what I'll be looking for this year's Super Bowl. Don't know about y'all, but yeah. So we've talked about the Super Bowl. We've talked about the teams, the good and the bad. And this is it. Who is your pick for Super Bowl 50? Spencer, let's see.
So the entire show I've been advocating for Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos defense. But that being said, I'm going to go with the Panthers 31-27 as my pick. That is not conceding to GP, by the way. That is me doing my own research and figuring out what I expect to have happen. So 31-27, I think it'll be a close game. I really do. A lot of people think this is going to be a repeat of Denver and Seattle a few years ago. I don't believe that by any means. It's a different Denver team. They play a different style.
Okay. Let's see. This is a tough one. I'm going to have to go for my boy Cam, the Carolina Cam Newtons. I'm kidding. The Carolina Panthers. All right. But, the prediction, I'm going to have to go with 35-37. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but we'll see what happens. I'm glad he saw the errors of his ways, and
there's no error in what I was saying. What I was saying was right. Okay.
What I was trying to say
was all that's going to happen. Okay, it's going to be Peyton Manning's going to put up a good effort. I mean, 27 points against that defense is good. Okay, but my point is, I still think the Panthers are going to get the win.
But
in the end.
you understand that his effort, like an old man's effort is not good enough. Let me throw the ball right here. Holiday, where are you?
Okay.
Osweiler, please take me in.
Wow.
I don't know, but anyway.
His little voices.
Whatever.
Well, yeah, I actually agree with both of you guys. I think it's going to be a very good game. I think it's going to be a close game also.
Here, you can take that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm also with the Panthers, so we'll see. It's going to be very interesting, always viewers. Oh, speaking of commercials, sorry, I just want to real quick say that commercials for the Super Bowl for 30 seconds are $4 million. And for a minute,
that's pocket change.
$8 million.
That's,
oh,
I don't
yes,
know.
of course.
Let me just bust out my $4 million right here.
So everyone, along with watching the game, just pay attention to those $4 million ads that you're watching. So hey.
Oh. How about $5?
You can't get one.
No.
Sorry.
No.
My dining bucks. And,
His dining bucks. Wow.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Well, on to the next segment. Our Red Raider men's basketball looks great. Looks to get their second win against Texas, who just upset number 15 Baylor. Do you think our guys can do it?
Yeah, I've tweeted a lot about Texas Tech's basketball team this year because of how young they are. And my prediction was that in this conference, which in my opinion is also the toughest conference in basketball this season, that 8 wins in the conference would get Texas Tech into the men's basketball tournament. They've lost a ton of heartbreakers this season.
Oh, don't get me started.
They lost the Iowa State game in Iowa State. They lost against Baylor almost at the buzzer, and then the West Virginia game, which I was personally at. But oh my goodness, it's frustrating. But I think that, and I don't know that the the big tournament is in question again this year. Maybe the NIT for Texas Tech, but that's not taking away from anything they've done because they've shown great strides from last season to this season. And I think that as young as they are, next season is a great season for them and the season after for them to really capitalize. You're young, and when you're young, you don't necessarily close out games as well as you would as a more veteran team. But that being said, I do think that they can beat Texas again. They beat them the first time, and it would be a huge opportunity for them to go well on their way to still trying to squeak in as a bubble team maybe, or get a really good seed in the NIT.
I agree with Spencer. They're a young team and they're good. I don't think they're a good team. It's just they lost a few heartbreakers, and but I'm gonna have to go. I don't think I don't think this year's gonna be a year for them. I think they're gonna go to the NIT. I would like to be proven wrong. Don't get me wrong, but my heart's been broken too many times, and I can't handle that green text again. So I'm just gonna have to go. I don't think they're gonna pull through this next game.
Oh, so you don't think they're gonna win? You think they're gonna win?
I think they'll beat Texas.
Okay.
Yes.
I agree. I think they're gonna win. I hope they're gonna win. But let's go to another prediction. The Oklahoma City Thunder take on Golden State Warriors at Golden State. This is Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant versus Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. It's a big game, you guys. Who do you think's gonna win?
Splash Bros. Of course.
Hey, we got one of them up here.
Gotcha.
I mean, I just have to go with the Splash Bros. Oh, there we go. Steph Curry with the shot. They've just been on fire. I mean, I really don't need to say much about them. They've been on fire. They're on record to beat the record held by Michael Jordan's, was it my 96 team? So I may be wrong off that, but yeah, they're a great team. I feel that this is just going to be another W in the books for them. They're just playing at a higher level than everyone else. So yeah, I'm just going to give it to them.
This is a bigger game than people realize, I think, for two reasons. One, because if there's a team athletic enough to guard Golden State on the perimeter, I think it's Oklahoma State. So that's the first reason. And as we saw, San Antonio is not athletic enough to guard Golden State on the perimeter. I'm not saying San Antonio is not going to go very far in the playoffs. I think they will, and I think it'll be the team of Oklahoma City, San Antonio, and Warriors that only has to play one of the other two will be the team that advances to the finals. Okay. The one that has to play the other two, I think, will be the one that loses because it's a tougher stretch. But Oklahoma City is obviously younger than San Antonio, more athletic. Russell Westbrook would be guarding Steph Curry. So I'm going to take Oklahoma City to give the Warriors another loss. But it's also partially because there's another underlying story to this with Kevin Durant and the recent reports that, the Warriors are interested in trying to get Kevin Durant this offseason. I know that sounds so unfair, because it is unfair.
I don't think they have that money. I don't have it.
Well, I mean, you think they're going to lose Harrison Barnes, and which would essentially be the role that Kevin Durant would replace.
Take,
now, I know their salaries are completely different, but you'd be surprised if those GMs can move around to make happen.
I don't think Kevin Durant's going to – I don't know. I feel like he's gonna have a trouble adjusting to that role and losing some power, having the amount of say him and Westbrook have at City.
True.
So I don't know.
We'll see. I don't see Kevin Durant going to the Warriors either, but that is a little bit of a story coming into this, and I think it could have been of a hype for this game, but I am taking Oklahoma in this one.
All right. So you have Oklahoma and you have the Warriors. I'm with GP. I got the Warriors too, so we'll see. It'll be a good game. Well, that'll do it for our picks. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, so keep listening, and thank you for tuning in to Raider Report. Watch the show next week just to see how right I actually was.
No.
So with that, I'm the Grizz, and that's how it is.
All right, let's pop this open.